Doesn't he fund a lot of vaccines in Africa? Doesn't he fund the introduction of GMO in Africa? I think he does. This man is everywhere. Vaccinations, climate change, weather manipulation, population control, GMO. And then to give you an idea of what's kind of happening in terms of population control and another angle on it, biggest study ever confirms drastic decline in male productive health. They are targeting male sperm counts as a population control reduction mechanism. Now, this story is so crazy, you'd think it is crazy, but it's actually true. Well, first of all here, the third generation of rats fed GMOs are sterile. They can't have babies, okay. But this is called the episite gene. And this company, they developed this gene which kills male sperm. And if women have it, when sperm enters them, it kills it. And obviously, if it enters a male, it kills it anyway. And they genetically manipulated this gene into corn. And then DuPont and Monsanto took it over. So why would anyone want to promote corn that made you sterile? These people would, for reasons I'm talking about. The other thing of Agenda 21 is to get rid of old people once they can no longer serve the system as a slave. All over the world we're seeing this. The Liverpool care pathway in this country. They call it something else now, it's just the bloody same. Take away drugs and food and everything, make them die quicker. There you go, 1 in 100 patients on death list, GPs told. Frailest to be asked to choose end-of-life care. Get rid of the old people. They can't serve us anymore. They're too bloody frail. Get rid of them. That's what they say. Do you want me to let you die? Question nurses on home visits are told to ask elderly patients they've just met. This is happening all over the place. And it's all into Agenda 21. And then there's the war zone called Planet Earth. They are devastating the environment of the planet, be it rainforests or whatever. And Monsanto, they want to replace all natural crops, seed varieties worldwide with GMO. They're introducing GMO grass, GMO trees, GMO frickin' everything. They're even introducing genetically modified insects and putting them out there. They are changing the nature of our reality. They are modifying it so it suits them. Monsanto's Roundup Ready GMO grass about to be approved and fed to cattle. And what they're doing is they're increasingly making the planet inorganic. They're turning it into their world. This is what we're seeing. Trees and plants the world over are dying because of toxic soil, water, air, and chemtrails. They're killing the planet and they're killing it. Look at this. Bees pollinate at least 1/3 of the human food supply and they're killing them in unbelievable amounts now. Honeybee population collapse continues. Nearly 1/4 died over the winter. Death rates unsustainable. And what does the Environmental Protection Agency do in America? They expand the use of bee-killing pesticides. Why? Because it's systematic. They are killing life because they are an inversion of life and they want to turn this world into theirs and fuse the two together. Half the world's wild animals have disappeared in 40 years. This is something of beauty. I must destroy it. The global death cult. This is what's behind this. It's not ad hoc. This is the world of the natural order. This is the world of the archontic distortion, and they're pushing this world into that one before our bloody eyes. Archon wars, well, yeah. There you go. We are the Rothschilds. Governments make our tea. We see governments declaring war. They declare war on behalf of the hidden hand. All these organization, including Rothschild Zionism, which is actually not Jewish people. Rothschild Zionism is a secret society created by the Rothschilds, controlled by the Rothschilds, and they run Israel as their bloody fiefdom. This is not about Jewish people. It's not about Israelis, if they only realized it, and a lot of people do. This is about using Israel This is about using Israel and the Israeli people in general, though most of them don't know it, but some do, as just a tool to create mayhem in that part of the world. I mean, you know, the truth is, and this has come from people like Shlomo Shland, the professor of history at Tel Aviv University, what we call Jewish people, particularly what they call Ashkenazi Jewish people, they have no historical connection to Israel. They come from another people, not least they're from Caesarea around the Caucasus Mountains. All this story about going back home, it's a creation of the propaganda. Not by them, they've bought the propaganda. They believe it, most of them, but the Rothschilds are behind the propaganda. The Balfour Declaration in 1917, which said that the British Empire supported a homeland for Jewish people in Israel, Palestine as it was called, was a letter to Lord Rothschild, who funded the Round Table Secret Society, from Lord Balfour of the government, who was an inner circle member of the Round Table Secret Society. It was a letter between two members of the same secret society. And this systematic destruction of the Palestinian people was planned from the bloody start. And because, you know, we stand by and see the psychopathic mind do that to Gaza, and we have this genetic breakthrough for critics of Israel. You're not allowed to criticize Israel, or you're a racist, or you're this, or you're that, or the other. And organizations like the Anti-Defamation League, the ADL, which was a Rothschild creation to target anyone getting too close to the truth about them and their networks, just brand anyone a frickin' racist if they challenge what Israel is doing. I don't give a shit. To learn who rules over you, simply look at who you're not allowed to criticize. Voltaire, exactly. The most racist creed on earth at its extreme brands the rest of the world racist. I beg to bloody differ. This is the US and Israel. This is the special fricking relationship. And there's a reason why. And it's not to do with Jewish people. It's to do with these people, the Rothschilds. They control the US, they control the UK, they control the European Union, and they control Israel. Why would these fiefdoms of the Rothschilds criticize another fiefdom of the Rothschilds? This is why Israel gets away with mass fricking murder over and over again that any other country, bar America and Britain, would not. Now, what the American military have done is carve up the world into commands, the arrogance of it. They've got a North Command to internally control North America, South America, AFRICOM, CENTCOM, which is the Middle East, dealing with all this ISIS stuff now, PACOM, whatever they bloody call it, EUCOM. But actually, that's not the American military. The American military is merely a tool of the global network. What that is the first forming of the World Army command structure. So when that is absorbed into the World Army, it will already be in place. That's what it's about. They call it the US government, but it's merely a glove puppet for the global hidden hand. That's why its decisions and policies, like these in this country and other countries, do not benefit the people, they benefit the hidden hand. That's where it's coming from. These people are these secretaries of state declaring war and pushing for war. They're merely tools of this Rothschild and wider network. I've said here, another 30,000 years of this and we'll have buried all the people we've killed. And 30,000 years, it's probably a bit optimistic, because here's an article, a study, US regime has killed 20 to 30 million people since World War II. But they're the good guys. Always money for war. Always money for war no matter what. Why? Because it's serving the agenda, and that's where the money goes. Mark Twain, God created war so Americans could learn geography, right? Here we go. Afghanistan, Iraq, Libya, Syria. This is Homs in Syria before they funded the rebels. This is Homs now. This is Libya under Gaddafi. This is Libya under American democracy. And what is that? It's the Archon world. Population control, GMO. And then to give you an idea of what's kind of happening in terms of population control and another angle on it, biggest study ever confirms drastic decline in male productive health. They are targeting male sperm counts as a population control reduction mechanism. Doesn't he fund a lot of vaccines in Africa? Doesn't he fund the introduction of GMO in Africa? I think he does. This man is everywhere. Vaccinations, climate change, weather manipulation. Now, this story is so crazy, you'd think it is crazy, but it's actually true. Well, first of all here, the third generation of rats fed GMOs are sterile. They can't have babies, okay. But this is called the epicyte gene. And this company, they developed this gene which kills male sperm. And if women